Hello, this is Billy Core from the Carolina Circle Mile Wiki. Today is Thursday, May the 1st of 2014, and as you recall in my previous video about my Dell Latitude E6520, I mentioned that I had a pretty major video game related project coming up. Well, I'm now ready to reveal what it is, but first, I have a story to share involving this. Let's go back to the early part of the year 1997. I was for years I'd wanted my very own video game console. I was 7 years old at the time, but my parents kept saying no. That was not the thing for me. But 1997, my parents finally thought, hey, the time is right now for Billy. I remember the day too. It was early part of 97. I can't tell you the exact day. I was playing a computer game on the Packard Bell Legend 822 CDT in the dining room when my dad said that he wanted to take me somewhere, and I said okay. First place we went to that day was Carolina Circle Mall. I don't remember what exactly we did there at the mall, but I do recall my dad and I having our pictures taken in a photo booth there at the mall across from the food court, and that was pretty cool. I still have the picture. And then we decided to go across the street to Toys R Us, and I wasn't expecting this, but I wound up coming home with a video game console, my very first one. My dad told me to pick out whichever one I wanted, and I really didn't know what they were at the time, so I just picked out the one that seemed best to me, and it happened to be the Sega Saturn. I brought it home along with a sports pack of games, which included Daytona USA, and a game that I'd gotten at Toys R Us to go with it, Earthworm Jim 2. And I had a lot of good times with that Sega Saturn, but unfortunately I didn't realize at the time that there really wasn't a whole lot to do with the Sega Saturn as far as games are concerned. There really weren't that many to choose from, because I didn't know that it was a flop, and I was getting into it at the end of the flop. So I had it for about 4, maybe 5 months or so when I decided, you know what, I need to just bite the bullet and trade the Sega Saturn in, and that's how I wound up with the Nintendo 64 that I still own to this day. But part of me has always wanted to have another Sega Saturn, just for nostalgia mainly, and they're very expensive, kind of hard to come by. But about a week ago I was walking through my local Value Village, and I found a Sega Saturn being sold for $5. It was missing everything, but I went on ahead and bought it, cleaned it up, bought a AV cable and a controller off eBay, and a game eventually. And I got the game today, so my setup is complete. So let me pause the video and we'll take a look at my Sega Saturn. Okay, here is the Sega Saturn console itself. Again, I got this, I think, last Wednesday, so I've had it for about 8 days, but I'm just now getting around to really using it. It was pretty filthy when I first got it. You know how Value Village writes their price tags with a marker. I was able to get rid of that with Goo Gone, and it's like it was never there. This, and there was a bunch of dirt and grime on it, but I washed it in the kitchen, and it looks brand new, if you have to ask me. It has a cartridge input. Not sure what that's for. I don't remember ever using one on my original back in 97, but oh well. Okay, let's go over the buttons. We got a power button, always a good thing to have on an electrical device. Have a reset button and the drive tray. Now, I did a little bit of a modification to it earlier today. I opened it up and I did the hack where you put a piece of tape around the drive trigger to make it think it's always closed, so I could do the swap thing where you put a regular Saturn game in and swap it out with a recorded one, but it did not go as I planned, so I'm just going to have to do like the rest of society and just buy them, which unfortunately I do not have the money to do so right yet, but I do have one game that I got today for it, which we'll look at in just a second. Let's see here. Here's the right side. Really nothing. Here's the back. That's the power, AV out, and a communication connector, which I think may have gone to some sort of a modem you could have gotten for the Saturn. And this little, if I can get it, this little thing pops off. And it reveals a few little things here, and including a computer-style CMOS battery, which was dead when I got it, but I put in a newer one, and it's keeping the date and time just fine. And if you're wondering, it does handle the year 2014 quite well. Okay, I get this. Okay, and there's the model info. Alright, we'll look at the bottom of the machine. Okay. This particular model was manufactured September of 1996, so around the same era I got my Sega Saturn. I believe this is the Model 2 edition, because it doesn't have a drive LED. And on the front here you got the Sega logo. Controller 1 and controller 2. I do have controllers for it, well, just one controller, which we'll look at in a moment once I get it hooked back up, but yeah, it's in really good condition. So let me hook this up to my TV and we'll take a closer look at everything. Okay, first of all, here's the controller I got for it. It's obviously an aftermarket model. It's called an Eclipse Pad. It has a lot of gadgets and dials on it that I really don't know what they do, like a function and what these little LEDs are, and this slow button. Might be like a turbo switch or something. But it's sort of based off of the, I don't know if I can find it, in a way it's sort of based off of the Sega Genesis controller. Similar shape and everything. Of course, this is more based off of the 6-button controller for the Genesis, which unfortunately I do not own just yet. Put that to the side, and this controller, I got this new old stock actually off eBay. It's made by Interact, who is very well known in the video game market. But enough about the controller. I got the Sega Saturn set up, so let's boot it up. A little glitchy right now because of that fix I made to it. Okay, I want it to... Oh well, here's the main menu screen, which mostly has a bunch of options for audio CD playback, which this is capable of. And you get your advanced controls. It's not letting me press any buttons here. Why does this kind of stuff always happen when I'm filming a video? Okay, I'll be right back once I get this straightened out. Okay, I think it's working now, so we'll power it back on. We'll get this awesome opening screen. Oh yeah. The Sega Saturn, a little bit of history. The Sega Saturn was released at some point in 1995. It had several years of life, but it just really couldn't compete with the competitors at the time, which included the PlayStation, then the Nintendo 64, which I wound up trading mine for a Nintendo 64. So yeah, it really didn't go too far, but it actually has a lot of really good games available, especially the arcade ports. In fact, one of the games we'll be looking at is an arcade port. So, anyway, let's just go around and see what all we have on here. Let's go into advanced controls, just a bunch of audio stuff for like audio CD playback. Program sequence, I'm not sure. Okay, apparently I can't do anything there. Repeat, clear all settings, scan intro, show time, go back to basic controls, high controls, not sure. Cool. I've never seen this before. That that is kind of cool, but then again, I have a simple mind for it, so anything I see is cool. Okay, we're back here again. System settings, see what we got here. Haven't really looked at this stuff. Yeah, the date and time, you can see it. It can handle modern dates just fine. Get out of that. Memory manager. How do I get out of this? No, I don't want to remove it. I'm still learning this, folks. It's been 17 years, so... button labels, okay, everything looks good there. And we'll hit exit. And I'm going to power it off again so I can see if I can set up a tripod or something so we can play a game. Okay, I got the tripod set up, kind of. I really need to get a new tripod at some time. This one's about had it, but this is the game that we're going to be playing today. It's one of the games I got originally with my Sega Saturn back in 1997, and it's one of the most popular titles for it. This is Daytona USA, a game I've always really enjoyed. Yeah. This was, if you don't know, originally an arcade game. I played the arcade version quite a bit at like places like, you know, the beach or something. And this game is pretty true to the arcade version, so we'll go ahead and pop it into the Saturn. Only thing about this game is, though, it's very, very scratched up, but it was $5. I had to get a game for this console, so I just went with this. Alright. Yeah, I think it's going to do that thing again. Here we go. It's reading the disc. Again, this may take a while because it's not in the best of shape. Okay, I don't know why it went to here. Well, folks, I believe it's glitching up quite a bit. And I'm using my Genesis controller. That's certainly not going to help things. Okay, let's do a reset. It's doing it again. Let me just reinsert it. Okay. I'm probably going to undo that mod I did. I think it's causing some weird characteristics. Let's see if it'll start the game. Here we go. Boy, this brings back memories. Alright. We'll do it arcade style. Haven't tried Saturn mode yet.
Please select a race course.
We'll do beginner.
Please choose manual or automatic transmission. Automatic. Gentlemen, start your engines.
This makes me think of NASCAR, obviously. Here we go. Not very good at this game, but it's been 16 years, and I'm sure oh no, more like 17 years actually, and I'm sure I'll get the hang of it again pretty soon. We have the Sega Saturn. I believe it's very, very underrated. It actually does have some really, really nice games, like this one, for instance. And I'm hoping to collect quite a few of them. Only thing is that they're, because of the way the Saturn was, you know, and everything, they're kind of hard to, it's kind of a hard system to collect for. And most of the games I'm wanting that are on eBay right now are like $20 each, at least, if not more. And I don't have the money right now to get them, so I'm going to be stuck with Daytona USA as my only game for a good while. At least this is enough to get the Saturn up and running. As you can see, everything's working just fine. Whoa, shouldn't have done that. I reckon it's time for a pit stop. Let's start racing again. Why, thank you. That's quite sweet of you to say. No, am I gonna make it? Oh, good. Oh, okay.
You placed 38.
I love this part. That game over song. How about one more race? Oop, man, I went backwards.
Please select a race course. Expert.
Because I'm feeling a little
Automatic transmission.
suicidal. So we're gonna go with the expert.
Start your engine. Three, two, one, go!
Here we go.
And they're underway.
This course only has 2 laps, but that's because it's a really long course. Ooh, really, shouldn't have done it. We all make mistakes in life. We just gotta learn from them. The next Sega-related console that I'm wanting to get is the Sega CD. I've never owned one, I've never played one, but I've seen Elmo's 3 videos on them. And from other sources, again, it was a very underrated console like the Saturn here, but it has a lot of good stuff on it, a lot of good early 90s style nostalgia on it. And of course it attaches to your Sega Genesis, which I do own. So I'm ready to go with that. Just need to find one at a good price. They're just not cheap, unfortunately. You have to spend like 60 or 70 bucks at least if you want one. But I will own one someday. I will. I need to quit doing that. Oh gosh. You see by my position, I'm not doing as well as I should be doing. Yeah, I'm probably not going to get too far here.
You placed 28.
Here we go again. Yeah, this game actually has CD audio tracks on it, so a while ago I imported it to iTunes on my computer. I'm going to put it on my iPod. I'm weird. But yeah, this is the Sega Saturn, working just fine. I just need to get a couple more games for it. The 2 games I'm really wanting to get for this, well, I already have Daytona USA, that was one of them. But the two others I'm really wanting are Sonic 3D Blast and the first game I got for this back in 1997, the Earthworm Jim 2, which is about $30-some on eBay. So once I get some more money, which unfortunately probably won't be anytime soon, Daytona USA will be my one and only game for this. But oh well, it's still a really good game. So yeah, that's my Sega Saturn. I'm really happy to have one of these in my collection, seeing that this was the first console I ever owned. First console I ever played actually was the Super Nintendo, my brother's. But this was the first one I ever owned. So we'll go ahead and turn it off. And this is Billy Core, signing off.